Hello, YouTube. I know I've been MIA for a few days. I apologize. Um, I have I've been trying to come up with new content. Um, with with new videos and new content. Um, but today I am back with another video game review, and that is Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, um, this game was originally supposed to be the next um, DLC expansion for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but um, Ubisoft was basically like, yeah, no, let's just make it into a standalone game. Um, so that's what they ended up doing. Um, this one, the um, the past three Assassin's Creeds, Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, um, but though more so Odyssey and Valhalla, um, those were more RPG based. Valhalla, especially, I know that a lot of people didn't really dig um, the RPG. Um, I know a lot of fans were really unhappy with like the very heavy, um, like RPG element. Um, Stealth wasn't really required in Valhalla. Stealth wasn't really required in Valhalla. You can pretty much just go in, guns blazing and just start like hacking people and stuff like that. So a lot of and Assassin's Creed has obviously always had a very heavy reliance on stealth. Um, and a lot of people weren't um and a lot of fans weren't happy about the fact that they put such a heavy emphasis on the RPG stuff and not enough emphasis on stealth. So one of the things that Ubisoft wanted to do with Assassin's Creed Mirage was was basically was bring back um bring back everything that people loved about the series and what made fans fall in love with the series in the first place. Um so Mirage, you play as a street thief named Bassam, who's who he believes his destiny lies with the hidden ones. um he starts out um he is this street thief, as basically with like a heart of gold. He's a character that you pretty much like fall in love with, like like right off the bat. Um and he believes his destiny lies with the hidden ones. Like um he's watching. He meets the assassins. He meets the assassins as early into the game as like I would say literally like the first like few minutes or so into the game. He meets one of the hidden ones, and he believes that his destiny lies with them. Um he very much wants to tell to help people and um to be a part of something bigger than himself. And um and Mirage, but what Mirage does is it takes the it takes the series back to what made fans fall in love with the series in the first place. And it's a very this one relies very, very heavily on stealth. Um, so this one brings back a lot of the fan favorite weapons, like the throwing knives are back, the blowpipe is back, um, smoke bombs are back. Um, um, all these different, um, basically, a lot of the classic, fan favorite weapons are back. The hidden blade is back. Um, the only thing with this one, the thing with this one though, compared to compared to compared to like Black Flag, um, like Black Flag. I'm sorry, guys, I'm drawing a blank right now. Black Flag, Rogue, um, AC Odyssey. The thing to keep in mind with this game is that is Bassam is weak compared to a lot of the other characters that you play as in the previous game. So like, the thing to keep in mind here is that because there's such a heavy emphasis on stealth, Bassam is not um well, like for example, he's not a pirate captain like Edward Kenway. He's not a warrior, like Eivor, or he's not a warrior, like Eivor or Cassandra. He's an assassin. Assassination techniques are what he's good at. So if you go in, so for example, if you go in, guns blazing, you're going to get your ass handed to you. So there is a very, very heavy emphasis on stealth, on stealth in Mirage. And that's really what, and like I said before, and like I said before, this brings back a lot of the fan favorite, um, a lot of the fan favorite elements in Assassin's Creed. Being able to kill someone, like from a haystack, or being able, or being able, like to jump off a ledge and, and assassinate them with the hidden blade, or or assassinating someone, around a blind corner, or a snap. Sorry, I can't talk today. Or assassinating someone, in a crowd full of people. Um, those types of things are very heavily emphasized in Mirage. Um, assassination contracts are back. Um, it's the same. Assassination contracts are also back. You can take on various assassination contracts. Another thing that I really, really loved about Mirage, and one of the things that um, that just really, really annoyed the hell out of me out of in Valhalla, was how friggin' big the map was in AC Valhalla. Like the map size in AC Valhalla um, uh, was literally like the biggest map that Ubisoft has ever done in any of the Assassin's Creed games. So you'll be, so for example, like if you go to, um, I think like this dream sequence. I'm not completely sure because I couldn't bring myself to finish Valhalla just because of how big it was. Um, I think it's Asgard. I think you go to Asgard in like a dream sequence, and it's literally like a whole nother map to explore. So and it's just the size of the game is just friggin' ridiculous. Um, and I'm very very happy that Mirage um, basically went again returned to form. It's a much smaller um, it's a much smaller map size, and this game takes place in Baghdad, so it's a much so it's a much smaller map this time around. I would say probably, and if I had to compare it, I would say probably the size of like the first game. Um, I don't. I'm not entirely sure. However, that is what they were aiming for. Was a much smaller map this time around, as well as a return to form. With you know with the stealth gameplay. Um, and it worked out well. I mean, I there's a lot of you're not this game, this game does so much right. I mean, this game, you're back to playing it's finally, like you're finally back to playing as an assassin in this game. You actually join the hidden ones, and you get to see Bassam actually cut his finger when he joins when he joins the hidden ones. That was a requirement um in joining the Creed back then. The hidden blade would basically take place of your finger, would take the place of your finger basically. um and you actually, you see Bassam, cut his finger in this and actually join, and actually join, the assassins, and you become, like the ultimate assassin. Um, and yeah, no, it's so good. I mean, like I said, it is a standalone game. So um, it's not and again, this was originally supposed to be a DLC expansion. So it's not like, so it's not like so it's not like they were, looking to, it's not like they were looking to make, like a whole new game. This was originally supposed to be a DLC expansion before Ubisoft decided, no, let's just make it into a standalone. So, um, it's a relatively short campaign. You could probably beat it in like a day. Um, but it is, if you're an Assassin's Creed fan, there is definitely a lot of, there's definitely a lot of nostalgia here. If you're a fan, like everything, like all the fan favorite keys are in place. You have stealth, stealth is back. um Stealth is back. All the fan favorite weapons are back. um your favorite assassination techniques are back. There's so much to love about this game. If you really missed the um if you really missed, true Assassin's Creed. For example, like if you didn't like Valhalla, um, it's the same engine as Valhalla. Um, the overall, like look of the game, the overall, like look of the game, um, the graphical features and stuff like that, and like how um, like how Bassam moves and stuff like that. It's the same engine as Valhalla, but overall, in terms of gameplay, in terms of that, literally plays nothing like Valhalla. There's no RPG elements here. Um, it is very much, straightforward stealth. It is very, like straightforward, stealth assassination, um, stuff like that. There's no RPG stuff in here. Um, they the closest thing they have to an RPG moment, and this isn't really RPG though, is at certain moments you can choose what to have Bassam say in certain interactions, with characters and stuff like that. But other than that, it's very, very straightforward. It's a very it's very much, it very much feels like an Assassin's Creed game. Um, but yeah, no, um, this is definitely very, 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 very worth playing. Like I said before, like I said before, if you didn't like Valhalla, you'll probably like this. Um, and I'm just gonna say that I would very, very highly recommend. Um, I would very, very highly recommend this one if you're looking. If you're looking to get back into Assassin's Creed, then this is definitely a good place to start. But yeah, anyway, so let me know what you guys think. Let me know whether you played it, if you liked it, like, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.